Namaste, beautiful friends. Happy Friday. I hope this is going to be a beautiful day for you. I am Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, and I enjoy bringing you these daily videos on the current astrological energies and then the tarot reading so that I can give you details and good guidance on how best to navigate these energies so you have more positive outcomes. I'm going to read my notes today because we have a lot of aspects, but I wrote in green ink and I can't see it that far away because it's very light. So I'm going to review the aspects and then I'll cleanse and clear the space, give you a minute to take in some deep breaths and get connected with your resonance so that you can determine what parts of this message are meant for you. All right, so the moon is in Cancer, and that's pretty good energy. It means it's a little bit more emotional, but it's all about safety, security, home, family, the things that make us feel that we are in our soul sanctuary space. And then Saturn is sextiling Uranus, and Mars is sextiling Uranus. So we have a grand trine. Now, with Uranus, Mars, and Saturn, this could be a little complicated because you have that real big energy with the ambition of Mars. And then you have kind of the structure and parameters of Saturn. And then Uranus is all about innovation and suddenness. So it's kind of like, there's a little bit of push and pull energy. But I think that overall, this is going to generally be a good day. I'm going to give you some caveats on what to look for and how you can navigate it so that it's a little less problematic. There are some challenging energies, so we want to make sure that we are able to be aware of them so that we can navigate them and give it a little bit more smooth energy. I'm getting images of rough water versus calm water. So I feel like, you're the captain here, and I'm more the navigator to help you get you aligned with your compass so that you can be in the smooth water. And if you encounter choppy waters, then you're able to, kind of steer your ship accordingly. All right, so we also have um, the moon squaring the sun. That's going to be later in the day, and that's going to kind of feel good, but it's going to feel like two different energies again. It feels like not everything's on the same page, so your mind might be on one page and your heart might be on another, or you and two other people are, or you and someone else are on different pages. It seems like there's alignment. You have the same intention, but the going about's a little different. Okay, let's see what else. There's this stepping outside a box energy, taking a risk. Now, we've dealt with some challenging energies this week. Yesterday was particularly challenging, so you may want to look at that video so you know specifically what you may have been challenged with. But I feel like it's kind of like we want to take this risk with that Uranus energy. We want to step outside the box. We want to try something new. Very Fool-like energy. The Fool card in the Major Arcana. It's like, I have all of this courage, all of this ambition. I'm ready to get started. I really want to do this, but I might be stepping on some rules, or I might be challenging some boundaries. So you just kind of have to feel your way through that. Use your intuition, use your gut feeling. If you feel like it's too uncomfortable to push too hard in this direction, maybe do a little softer push and see if something gives. All right. Be innovative, step outside the box, try new things. There might be a potential. Here's where we might run into some issues. There may be the potential for somebody to get some hurt feelings today. It might be you hurting somebody's feelings because you're just abrupt, or it might be somebody else hurting your feelings. If you are kind of triggered because somebody just says something abrasive, abruptly, they don't really mean to be hurtful, but just go ahead and at that moment kind of become conscious of what do you need to protect to feel safe and secure. There's that Cancer moon energy coming back in. what makes you feel enclosed in your soul sanctuary. Protect that. Look after yourself and your needs. This is the big takeaway today. Your needs may feel like they're not being met. That's a residual from yesterday's energy with all the aspects. Be conscious of what your needs are and make sure they are met. Now, you can meet your own needs. There's a song, I can buy myself flowers. I can hold my own hand. You know, that's your mantra today. I can buy myself flowers. I can hold my own hand. Ensure that your needs are met, and don't set an expectation that somebody else is going to meet them, because I think you'll be disappointed. And then if you feel resistance as you're trying this new approach to something and you feel some resistance, some pushback, then go ahead and just try more of a gradual shift. You're going to start making gradual shifts into new ways of doing things as you raise your consciousness, as you raise your awareness. You're going to try new strategies, new approaches. Do that gradually. And don't just pop off into a new version of yourself without trying to see what's going to work. And especially in these energies, you want to be able to work with the energies. All right, that's what I have for you today. So let me go ahead and cleanse and clear this space. We'll pull some tarot and see how this may play out for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. From the Moonology deck by Yasmin Bolin, this is the first quarter moon in Aries, and it says step into your power. Now, there's going to be some shifting of how you approach things with your power. That's kind of the new. It's like innovative strategies, innovative approaches, because some of the old ways just didn't work and didn't produce the results you were trying to attain. So here we get this new innovative energy, but it's more about how to utilize your power for the outcomes that you truly desire. All right, so from the messages from your guides, inspire others. Inspire others. Use your ambition, your innovation, your awareness, your consciousness, your vitality, your power to inspire others, and take responsibility for your actions and learn from your mistakes. Now, these are cards that we have seen for quite a long time in the reading. So there is a constant reiteration of these messages. So, I mean, Spirit's trying to drill this into our heads that we need to learn from our mistakes. The approaches that didn't work in the past, you're going to find a new innovative approach, and it's going to inspire other people. Take responsibility for your actions. Take some, look at what didn't work and the consequences is really, I think, what they want to say. They told me do bottom of the deck, express your feelings. Okay. So I just wanted to give you a little feedback. Remember the other day when I said, it was in a reading a couple of days ago, look at there, I cut the deck and look who popped out, the Fool energy. I love this. And the moon. Is that not unbelievable? So I told you you would have some kind of a little tidbit of information. And I think that's kind of the name of the reading. A tidbit of information that was going to come across your path. And amazingly enough, that night, I had a friend from high school come over, and she was picking up some of my eggs to hatch. And she just, she's on my other channel, the Organizer Advisor, and she's like, yeah, I'm not seeing your post, And I'm like, check your notification settings, because sometimes when they reboot the algorithm, the notification settings are turned off. And so anyway, she's like, why aren't you doing TikToks? And I'm like, I don't know anything about TikTok. I'm old, you know. This She said, "Well, my daughter does TikTok, and I think you should do some TikTok." So I started a TikTok channel for, I have a little Facebook page for my cottage here, kind of my life in the country. It's called Ravens Duke Cottage. So I started a little TikTok and I started posting happy videos, which I have like 1,200 videos in my photo gallery of just happy little things, animal videos and peaceful videos. And I'm just posting those. I don't know how many I've posted, but I mean, it feels like that's what I was meant to do, is start exploring other platforms. And so you can check me out at Ravens Duke Cottage on TikTok. I'll put the link below. But it's kind of fun. It's uplifting to me, and I just want to be uplifting. And then I'll do my organizer one where I can post some cooking videos and some organization videos. But it actually felt like it was in alignment. So I listened to my own advice, or the advice from Spirit. Okay, so yeah, this is I guess you can't see this card. Let's move these up because of um the box in the corner. All right, so here we have the Four of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon card, the Fool card, and the World card. Now, this is definitely the aspects that we are experiencing today. So I'm going to start with the World card. Actually, it needs to go down here. The Fool card is all about taking those risks. Okay, so that the Fool card is Aquarius energy, Uranus. We have the Uranus aspect with the Moon. And then we have this Wheel of Fortune energy, which is Sagittarius energy. This is the expansion with Jupiter. So these new innovative approaches are going to lead to a serious expansion. Now, remember, we're all on our fated path now. We have done the karma. Once we shifted into this new zodiac new year, we now are in this empowered position to walk our destined path. So everything that you do needs to be in alignment with what you're meant to do. So, and you will feel that because you're going to feel a lot of pressure. And my my guides are using like a dental drill. It's kind of like you're going to feel, a little bit of that, like when you get your tooth drilled on and you just tense up. That's resistance, and you're feeling this pressure as they're working on your teeth. And I don't know why maybe there's a dental health aspect here. So brush your teeth today. But it feels as though if you're not doing something that's in alignment, that it's just going to feel like you're getting your teeth drilled. There's going to be some sort of pressure that is going to make you avoid that, continuing with that approach. So your new approach is going to be smooth because you're going to be in alignment, and it's going to be in alignment with your destined path. And then we have the Four of Swords here. This is Libra energy. This is that balance. This is that, smoothing, soothing, smoothing energy. But you do have to kind of give yourself that moment. Now, I also heard in downloads this morning, make moments of presence throughout your day. So if you have to set an alarm, a timer, and then when that timer goes off, just focus on being present in the moment. The more you do this, the more in alignment you'll see. You'll start to see synchronicities increase. The more you are in alignment, the more synchronicities you see and feel and experience, and that helps you. It's guidance for you, and that's when you feel that smooth sailing. Those synchronicities are guiding you, and that's when you're in alignment. So strive for alignment, and then when you notice the synchronicities, I just give a little thank you, and then realize that that's because you've adjusted your vibration, your energy, your focus, and your intentions. And so now you're just kind of sailing through. All right, and then we get this World card. This is that Saturnian aspect. So we have Uranus and Saturn, and Aries season being Mars, and then we have this moon energy. So these are all the aspects that we're dealing with. So everything's correct on the table. Let me pull another deck. I don't want to make this a truly long reading, and we're already at 15 minutes. But I just think this is, there's a shift in the way you're going to approach things, or maybe you need to make a conscious shift in how you approach things that is going to be more in alignment. And so the payout's going to be better. It's going to be smoother. You're going to see synchronicities. You're going to see the manifestations happen much faster. Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles. Spend some time investing. Now, this is Taurus energy. And I just feel like you really need to kind of give yourself those mindful moments. And you can see by this image, it's almost like without the glare. Let's see if I can do it without the glare. You can see how it's almost like being present. Just, spend some time activating your presence today. This card, 10 of Pentacles. I think this is the manifestation's going to come through. The 10 of Pentacles energy. Sorry. I'm trying to get a document camera so we can make this a little easier. And then Ace of Air. This is kind of that zinger of a new approach. Ace of Air is Libra energy. More Libra energy. More Libra energy. Empress. The Empress is Earth energy. That's Venus. Now, Venus is in retrograde, but it comes out of retrograde, I believe, on the 12th and the 17th of April. I discussed that in yesterday's reading. And there's the moon. Yeah, we've got the moon card twice here. So the emotions are going to be high. Might be some fears. That moon is Piscean energy. Neptune, remember, Neptune just moved into Aries. So, yeah. I mean, altogether, there's a lot of Earth energy here as far as what we need to do today. These three cards feel very earthy, very practical. And this feels like it has a lot to do with your physical world or your physical manifestations. But you also have this innovative thought, this new approach, this new strategy. And then you implement it. And then you are then able to create and manifest. There is a caution because there is some fear, there is some illusion here, but there's also this really soft energy that empowers you, because I think what my guides are saying right now is once you innovate and you use this new approach, you start to see the results immediately. And so then you're like, oh, this is working. So you keep applying that, and then you end up feeling this really happy, showing me the movie, what was it, Love Struck with Cher, a long time ago, Moonstruck. And, it's just kind of this singing with the moon rising energy. And it's kind of like, wow, this is how it works. So let's do bottom of the deck here. Here's 9 of Air. Here's that fear coming in, some anxiety. There might be something that feels uncomfortable, but don't let it stop you. You will master this. And eventually, this will all come into fruition for you. All right, bottom of this deck, look at there. There's the Magician. Absolutely. You have the Magician and the Empress. This is the willful, conscious, intentional manifestation. And this is something using the 4 elements, being able to use whatever you have available to you to manifest what it is you want, because you're going to use this new innovative strategy. All right. And then Ace of Swords, which is always clarity and truth. So that's what I have for you. Please let me know if it helps, and if these readings are helping you, please consider subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of my subscribers. If you like this video, just do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you know somebody else who might be able to benefit from this type of information and this content, if you wouldn't mind sharing it with them, I would love to be able to help as many people as possible. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here today. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and I wish you well. And I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.